What is up, everyone? It's Penguin here, back with another video. And today, the long-awaited, much anticipated SECT versus TBZ. Let's get right into it. Alright, this one's gonna be a little bit spicy. I took some time to actually do some research before making this video, unlike usual. I actually put preparation, a little bit of effort into this one. I took notes, guys. I took, you can't see it because of the glare. I took notes, all right? Today, I wanted to talk about two of Nitro Type's biggest teams at the moment, SECT and TBZ. Their rich histories, what they have in common, and some of their differences, and why I am a huge fan of their competition and what it's doing to bring new, exciting things to a pretty stale version of Nitro Type. But before we do, I promised in my last video that I'd do a $100 million giveaway. And I was telling the truth. If you guys want to be entered into the $100 million giveaway, there are three quick things that you need to do. I'm not going to drag this on, so pay attention. The first thing you need to do is like this video. Second thing, subscribe to my channel. Third thing, go down to the comment section and type out a comment with your Nitro Type username or preferably your profile link if you know how to do that. And let me know that you've liked the video and subscribed to the channel. I will check, and if you do those things, you will have a chance to be one of two people that win $50 million. Good luck, everyone. With that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about Nitro Type Team SECT. So they were founded back in 2017 in competitive season 1. A long time ago, right, guys? Most people watching this video probably weren't around for that. So I am going to talk about it a little bit because in my opinion, it was one of my favorite times on Nitro Type. I was around for SECT versus oh god, who did they go up against? They went up against the big three, okay? It was SECT versus the Ambassadors, NTA, Dog, the Dogs, and STPR, the let me check my notes. Switching to Primes, not Strip. Switching to Primes, all right? These were the big three teams on Nitro Type, and they had been for the past, like, forever, okay? They were the big three, no question about it. And SECT was formed to try and take down the big three, all right? Because no one had done that in, like, a long time. Now, what was unique about SECT at the time is that they were a Discord team. And Nitro Type competitors today will know, well, you know, everyone's really a Discord team, right? You talk, you meet, you communicate on Discord. That's how it works. Except back in 2017, that wasn't how it worked. And SECT was the first team to really pioneer, like, Discord in general, which was super sick because, like, every team that I know that's been successful over the past however much amount of time, like, since 2017, has been a Discord team. And they've been the best teams. I've been a part of, like, half a dozen really successful Discord teams, and they're always my favorites. And so at the end of competitive season 1, it came down to SECT versus Dog. And SECT won. Kind of. Because at the end of the season, after SECT won the season against Dog, the admins were like, wait a second, run that back. Nightmare was doing guest racing. Woo, that's some wizardry. No points for you. Dog wins L. And it was super controversial and it sparked a lot of arguments and all that type of stuff. The admins got flamed for it. Whatever. I'm not here to sit aside and criticize the admins or anything. Past is the past. Point is, SECT kind of got a little bit robbed of a season title. But they did accomplish one thing. They took down the big three by beating out STPR, the switching to Primes. Yeah, we're good. SECT also founded a bunch of records. They did crazy stuff that season. It was insane. And then they kind of went dormant for a little while. And I'm skipping over a bunch of history there, but that's the important stuff. Some of the very well-known members of SECT that you guys might know. Nightmare. VL. Back in the old days, people like Green Knight and Lightning Type, or if you guys are a little bit more OG, you might know those names. If not, that's okay. I won't judge you guys. SECT is known for being an extremely competitive team, using Discord and having a community that really revolves around the team itself, right? SECT plays off natural competitive instincts by heightening rivalries and doing so in a pretty healthy way. Every time that I've seen the team SECT compete, they've done so well because they've made everything so competitive. They've turned into a real competition between titans, right? They've really increased rivalries and gotten people passionate about their teams, and I think that's really cool. And that's one of the reasons that I like SECT so much. And that brings us to TBZ, founded back in 2019 by Titanium Tendons, who you guys probably heard of by now. Pretty cool guy, and apparently people want me to like beef with Tendons. I don't know what that's about. Tendons is cool. Tendons thinks I'm cool. I don't know. You guys are. TBZ won Season 25, beating out SSH in a long and very arduous process. However, the cool thing about Season 25 versus SSH was that they were super friendly the entire time. Like really friendly. Like the two top teams, TBZ and SSH, were going at it, and they were like best friends the entire time. Like they traded racers from one side to another. Volatile and Tendons were like chatting it up. It was cool. It was awesome. And that was like one of my favorite examples of like healthy competition that I've ever seen, because both teams like helped each other break records and like do really awesome things with the leaderboards. And it wasn't toxic at all. It was freaking awesome, bro. And of course, season 26 happened. DTR happened. Lots of toxicity there. Aiden and Tendons and Tendons got all going at it. It was crazy. That season was insane. I was even a part of that. I was on DTR, which was funny as heck because you guys could not imagine me being toxic. I wasn't that toxic. I just watched other people be toxic. But TBZ had a pretty I don't know, rocky history. They've been very successful every time that they've been kind of at the top of their game, but they got disbanded by like an exploit or something. Tendons disbanded the team for personal reasons a couple times, like all that type of stuff. They've had a lot of stuff go on in the past like 2-3 years. However, that brings us to the present day, kind of where I'm going to stop my ramble and kind of focus this into like a construed stream of thought. I'm going to come right at you guys and not hold back. Here is why I like SECT versus TBZ. SECT versus TBZ represents one of my personal favorite things about this community. Competition. That's one of the things that the Nitro Type community has always had going for it. People have been passionate about competing for their teams and trying to hit top spots on the leaderboards and beat other teams and have rivalries, and it was really cool. However, a lot of that's fallen off recently, and I've definitely noticed this as much as anyone, with teams kind of rising due to like botting and account sharing and all of that. Blech. All right, all of that's botting. Yeah, you guys know how I feel about botting. All right, but what I see in SECT versus TBZ right now is a return to one of competitive Nitro Type's best attributes, which is just friendly competition. And the reason that they're able to be so friendly is that people are handling the competition in a mostly mature way. We got mature captains, like Tendons, who is known to be a little bit of a wild card, but I've seen real maturity from Tendons recently. Like Nightmare, who's coming back from the dead, bro. Like, that's crazy stuff. And now that we have, like, mature people leading these teams and engaging in healthy and friendly competition, I think it's really, really inspired a lot of people to start caring about competitive Nitro Type again. To start being like, hey, this is kind of cool. I kind of want to be a part of this, right? It's even inspired me to want to come back and kind of watch it all unfold. And like at the end of the day, this right here, SECT TBZ, going at it, having a rivalry, but having it be like not that toxic and kind of having it just be like how competition was supposed to be done, like friendly, but also competitive, but also passionate, but also mature, right? This right here is the epitome of what I want to see in competitive Nitro Type. No more botting, no more super freaking dumb. The amount of idiotic drama that we've seen recently on Nitro Type, which is like, let's all get this out of here. 2020 drama. 2021, I don't even know what happened in 2021. I don't think anything happened in 2021. 2022, maybe it's the return of some solid competitive Nitro Type, seeing two teams go at it and have a good time. I'm going to end this video with a couple thoughts about how to kind of maintain a good competitive atmosphere on Nitro Type, because I know that we've had good competitive atmospheres in the past, but we haven't held on to them, you know? And I think there's a couple of things that are going to go into making Nitro Type competitive good. The first being making it fair, all right? Especially for top teams like TBZ and SECT, I know that both teams have a lot of integrity and are trying to weed out botters and cheaters and all that type of stuff and make sure that everyone's competing fairly. And I think that that's going to be one of the most important parts of having a good competitive season. I remember back when, you know, teams like Iran and teams like, botting teams, account sharing teams, although now account sharing is definitely very, what's the word? Everyone does it, right? That type of thing. But, like, making sure that botting specifically doesn't take place is going to be awesome. And I think as Nightmare said, or I might be quoting someone else, but I'm pretty sure Nightmare said that, every team's going to have a couple botters, right? There's always going to be someone that slips through the cracks, and that's okay. But just making sure that captains are kicking out the people that they know bot and just trying to keep everything as fair as possible, that's going to be the key, or at least one of the keys to having a good competitive season. Another part of it is going to be staying away from the toxicity, and you have to walk a very, very fine line, okay, between toxicity and competition, right? It's good to be competitive. Frick yeah. I love competition. Love it. I'm a very competitive person myself. I get it so competitive with all the things that I do. All my friends know. It's crazy. But toxicity is either funny or just either mean or stupid, right? And so there is definitely a time when toxicity can be funny, can be humorous, can increase a good rivalry. And there are also times when it's just dumb stuff, right? And so I think if we're going to make sure that, the rivalry between SECT and TBZ stays both friendly but also very competitive, not being too toxic is going to be pretty awesome. And I know that's a tough ask for the Nitro Type community. I get it, guys, but please, for me, do your best. I know I'm asking a lot. Third and finally, I think the best way to try and foster a good competitive atmosphere on Nitro Type is just to try to get the community involved as much as possible. It's kind of hard, and I personally am no expert on getting the community involved in competitive Nitro Type, but I think people like VL, I think people like Nightmare have awesome ideas as far as getting people interested in competitive Nitro Type again. Segueing onto my last thought, my next video is going to be a reaction to something that VL and Nightmare have put on recently, as well as a bunch of other people, where I'll show you guys a screenshot. Yeah, we'll talk about that thing in the next video, and I'm super excited to do that, and I was even not really. I was kind of a part of it, but it's a really cool thing that I really want to get into because VL and Nightmare have been putting a frick ton of time and effort into this thing, and I want to showcase it for you guys. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching the video. Be sure to enter the giveaway. I know I kind of touched on that like 10 minutes ago, but enter the giveaway, guys, right? It's free money. $50 million to 2 people. I'm feeling generous. Also, let me know down in the comment section, what do you guys think about SECT versus TBZ? They got a rich history, they got rich competition, and I kind of just want to see some good yeehaw freaking racing on Nitro Type. If you guys couldn't tell, what time is it? 11:43. The reason that it's also taken me a couple days to make this video is that I kind of got swamped. I'm currently in the process of applying to schools and working a job, which kind of lets you guys into like the personal life of me, of Phil, right? I'm working a job. I work at a restaurant now, pretty nifty, and I'm putting in some good hours there because I want to make some money. You guys know how it is. Nitro Type YouTube's not gonna make me the big bucks. All right, I gotta work a 9 to 5 like the rest of the homies. Heck yeah. I've also been applying to schools, kind of trying to figure that out, kind of trying to move into like my next step in life. And as the summer hits, I'm going to be super busy. I've already scheduled like a bunch of like fun things to do with my friends, like go to concerts and baseball games. I'm a big baseball fan. Don't laugh at me. Yankees, go Yankees, hell yeah. So I don't know how consistent my video schedule is going to be or anything like that, but the good news is, I am still inspired to make videos. This is my third one so far, and I'm having fun. I want to keep doing it. I'm going to take it one video at a time. That's the way I've been doing things so far. I finish one video, and I start planning the next, right? Right now, I'm doing one video, and then I'm going to start planning the next, and it's just one by one. And that's the plan. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'm not going to drag this on any longer. It's already way past the amount of time that I wanted to spend talking about SECT versus TBZ. However, some really cool stuff in here, and I'm super excited to see where this goes. Huge, huge shout out to Nightmare and to Titanium Tendons for supplying the screenshots that I posted in the sections that I was talking about, both SECT and TBZ. I talked to both, I'm pretty close with both captains, actually. I'd like to say that I'm friends. I don't know. I don't really have friends. That's not a thing. And it was really awesome to hear the input from the people at the tippity top about everything, It's really cool to hear about that stuff. Also, on a super, super quick side note for the people who actually make it to the end of the video, come here, come a little closer. Trying to get Travis to hook me up with Nitro math stuff. So if things go right, kind of see how that happens, expect some Nitro math content on the channel soon. That's my goal, and I'm going to work super hard to try and get that content for you guys. It's a little bit of a sneak peek. That's the other video I'm working on. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. I don't know, guys. I'm just trying to have some fun, make some content, and get the yeehaws up. And I'm going with this. I'll see you all in the next video. And I never get tired of this. And as always, have a wonderful day. Peace.